ECHR, please, opens the bombshell revelation of scam gangs on Westminster Bridge, confronting unsuspecting tourists. In just seconds, GBNews unveils the explosive clash as victims are spat on and heckled, spotlighting a heated exchange over mass deportations and tough immigration policies. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated.
There are lots of people in this country who, I argue, should be top of the deportation list, including this bunch of scammers and thugs I'm about to show you now. Be careful if you ever cross a bridge in London and come across this.
5 minutes of unedited scammers.
Seriously? They're seriously on this bridge as well.
So, if you're not familiar with the scam, it's called the cup and ball game, or shell game, and the gangs behind it are mostly Roma gypsies, the same people who frequently erect tent cities across London. Tourists are told to follow the ball under moving cups and tricked into playing the game by watching gang members pretending to play with their colleagues and winning big money. Met Police reports on the scam say it involves many people travelling Europe-wide in organised crime fashion. They say offenders are overwhelmingly Romanian nationals, and they're split into teams who conduct the games together each time. They consist of the gambler, who operates the games, lookouts, stooges who pretend to win big money and trick tourists, and pickpockets as well. They're usually professional groups who travel across Europe as a team, and if you dare film them in public, like you're allowed to do, by the way, you'll be met with this.
No picture, brother.
Hey!
Delete.
No.
Delete.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Huh?
I don't want to
take video with me.
We're not video.
Huh?
I want video.
With me?
No, with that.
No.
Sorry?
No video.
Hey!
What picture?
Hey!
Pussy!
That's disgusting.
You are pussy!
That is disgusting.
Why film me?
Why are you spitting?
Yes.
Why?
Where
Film me!
Well, it wasn't caught on camera there, but the lad filming their scam was spat at, which for me is the lowest of the low. I'd rather be punched in the jaw than be gobbed on. And unfortunately for the guy filming, a guy on TikTok with the account London Scammers, he was spat at again, and this time it was all caught on camera.
Do you mind? Can you not touch me?
Go, bro.
What?
Hello, we have
Whoa! Are you hitting me? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Apologies for the colourful language there, but the Trump administration has taken great delight in promoting mass deportations in America. The official White House account is tweeting almost daily about the number of people it's kicked out of the country who shouldn't have been there in the first place, but who went on to commit criminal acts and drag the nation down. I argue it's time.
Even this government is now getting to the point where they're going to release more data to actually put some meat on the bone there. We know if you're from Romania, you're disproportionately more likely to commit crime. Same with Albania, same with every African country, same with pretty much every country that isn't part of the Anglosphere, which is culturally compatible with the UK. Everyone knows this, but no one's willing to say the uncomfortable thing is we need to get discriminatory in our immigration policy to say that we should have less people, in fact no people, from these countries. If Eritreans are 20 times more likely to commit sexual offences than non-Eritreans, why should a single Eritrean be in this country? It is not, on balance, a risk which is worth taking. These people shouldn't be here. They should not be here, and they should not be allowed in as a result of the immigration policy that we currently have.
But Bill, I guess some would say you can't tar a whole population with just a bunch of wrong-uns.
No, you can't, and what Will said is not true. Go online and there is no evidence, discernible evidence, of the disparity in committing crime between people of different nationalities. However, I welcome the fact that the Home Office is going to release that by the end of the year. But look, what was depicted there is disgusting. There's no other word for it. And there is a problem with Romanian. 14 people were arrested. We need more of that.
Ben, I need a right of reply there. The Centre for Immigration Studies has done a lot of work now around crime figures. We know that people from Africa, from parts of the Middle East, from countries which aren't culturally compatible are more likely to commit crimes. I think from Eritrea, top of my head, it's about 20 times more likely to commit sexual offences.
I think Somalians 8.8 times.
But Bill, like, even if you don't believe the facts, are you trying to gaslight people and suggesting that someone, even if you're saying, if you don't agree with those numbers, are you honestly trying to tell me that someone from a third world country like Eritrea is going to be, on balance, the same level of probability to commit a sexual offence than someone from New Zealand or Australia?
No.
Depends what you're talking about. So, I mean, first of all, I think we should be deporting foreign criminals from our prisons, not just illegal migrants, right? Those are often people who have come here legally. We've got a huge prisons crisis. One, you might call it a mass deportation, would say every foreign offender in prison, you're out, off you go. That's 12,000 more spaces. We desperately need them. And then illegal migration, you might say anyone that arrives here from this point forward needs to be kicked out of the country, or you might say people who are already here who have come illegally, we're going to get rid of all of you as well.
And I want to pick up on something that Bill said, where he said not even Nigel Farage is for mass deportations. True, and that's a real problem. I actually think that there is a world in which the Conservatives could move to the right of reform on immigration because Farage is terrified of being labelled as a racist, and I think that's a genuine opportunity for the Conservatives.
Has he not pivoted on mass deportations? I know that those comments came off the back of the Steve Edgington interview from GB News, but I think Zia Youssef a month ago, the Reform chairman, said that we'll deport all illegal migrants.
Well, it's not credible. It's not realistic.
The Trump administration is. I touched on it in the introduction there. The White House is tweeting daily pictures of foreign criminals, people who shouldn't be there in the first place. They're saying this guy committed a sex crime. We've just sent him on a plane back to El Salvador or whatever. They are tweeting daily. They're on it.
I mean, so long as Labour decides to stay a member of the ECHR, we won't be able to do any kind of, if you call it, mass deportations like the US is doing, unless someone's got the backbone, the tenacity to leave the ECHR. There's no way that we...
Well, I don't think Labour would be in favour of it anyway, would they?
No, they wouldn't, but let's say theoretically they wanted to. But I think even if we do leave the ECHR, of course there will be hurdles to this. So, I do think that Reform need to be careful not to give people the false impression that the day that they get into power, suddenly day one, everyone's going to be kicked out of the country. I'm not sure it's going to be quite